Yes, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. That's me, by the way. Do please like and subscribe. I keep asking this, it really, really helps. And anyway, I'm going to talk today about the sentencing, a minimum of 52 years for, well, let's not call him by his name. Let's call him by what he really is, a shithouse, yeah? The sentencing of the shithouse. He's a little shithouse, isn't he? I mean, an insignificant little twerp whose idea of making himself famous is to murder beautiful little children, little girls. How seriously sad must you be to do anything like that? And of course they found that he was mixing up a poison in his room. He was arming himself with various weapons, a bow with arrows and knives and all the rest of it. He was just a lunatic. And you can't tell me that his parent didn't know exactly what he was up to. I mean, you've only just got to look at the images that they're shown on the news today of his room. It was a pigsty, quite appropriate really for a little shithouse like that. A complete tip, and with all manner of weapons hidden under his bed. Been researching how to make bombs online, and been referred by the authorities on numerous occasions, for being a dangerous little shithouse. So basically he is now, and he was allowed to roam wild, wild in society, despite the fact that he'd been expelled from school for taking weapons in and convicted of that. So the authorities were really well aware of the nature of this beast. They knew what he was likely to do, but they didn't take any action to actually prevent it from taking place. In my opinion, he would probably be a candidate for being sectioned, which I have to tell you this, in my experience, that is what's going to happen to him when he gets into prison. There's been numerous people suggesting online that he's not going to be safe in prison, but he is now a high-profile shithouse, and the authorities will do the best to protect him. However, in my experience, what happens is the word gets round and some hero or some self-appointed hero will take it upon themselves to administer what we might term instant justice. But it isn't justice. The justice is the fact that he's been sentenced to, I think it's 11 life sentences with a minimum term of 52 years. So what will happen when he gets into the prison? Well, he's a convicted prisoner now, but he'll be in a young offenders institution until the age of 21, I would imagine. But my belief is that if he manages to survive, because there's going to be numerous people who will be seeking to gain a little notoriety by damaging this shithouse. Seriously. It happened with Ian Brady when I was at the Scrubs. He got a boiling shower, boiling water poured all over him. He was quite badly scarred with that, actually. It's a shame, isn't it? Brings tears to your eyes, doesn't it? Yeah, they get it in the end, and I believe that. Look what the guy who killed his daughter, he got slashed by a jagged edge of a can. Somebody went into his cell, held him down with a friend, and sliced him up with the jagged end of a edge of a can, a metal can, So one way or another, these people tend to get it in the end, and advocating this. I don't think it's justice. It's a terrible thing to be sitting in a cell thinking, this is it, my life's gone. 52 years, what have I done? And he'll realise, that this is the end, my friend, as the Doors said. The Doors, that's a group, by the way. This is the end. This is the end. Shithouse. Yeah. So, what's going to happen to him? Somebody will get hold of him. I believe. Don't advocate it. Don't believe it's right. No matter what the authorities do, they will find, unless they keep him in single cell accommodation, segregated from all other inmates, somebody will find a way to get to him, though. And I believe he could very well be seriously injured. But this is what I really believe is going to happen. That's a real possibility that he's going to get injured. I would say that the odds are 50-50 whether he gets seriously injured first or sectioned to Broadmoor. Yeah, that's what's going to happen in my opinion. And you won't hear about it. It won't be publicised. And the reason that they've not sent him direct to Broadmoor is for the public outcry. Yeah, they sent somebody else to Broadmoor, didn't they? And there was a big outcry on that, so they're not going to do that. But once he's in the prison, then he can be seen by the psychiatrists that work there and sent to Broadmoor on a section, which is what I believe will happen. And in Broadmoor, they're seriously sedated. If any of you have seen the film Bronson, with Tom Hardy playing Bronson, that's pretty much what it's like. They're walking around like zombies, largactals up to the eyeballs, and they're not capable of actually doing a great deal, unless you're Charles Bronson. Who else did it? Roy Shaw, Roy Pretty Boy Shaw. Yeah, he battered quite a few people in Broadmoor. You could see Roy Shaw was quite crazy, and you can see that this shithouse that's been sentenced today, no calling his name, stick to shithouse, he has got madness in his eyes. I ain't got madness in my eyes. I got some sleepy stuff from this morning. Anyway, terribly sad. I mean, the people were absolutely heartbroken at this. How horrible and disgraceful and disgusting and despicable of this runt, this skinny little shithouse runt, to do something like that to beautiful little children. It beggars belief. One girl was stabbed 32 times. How did do that? 32 times to a little girl, and she survived. But she'll be scarred for the rest of her life, both mentally and physically. Oh, well, he's doing 52 years now. He'll be banged up in solitary tonight, wondering what the hell's going to happen. Solitary or not, he's in danger of meeting somebody like Charles Bronson. Charles Bronson has attacked numerous, we call them nonces, yeah? But he has attacked numerous, so unless you send him to Wakefield, that'd be a surprise, wouldn't it? Anyway, so that's what I'm talking about today. The danger that this young shithouse faces is quite severe, but my prediction is, and I believe from seeing this happen numerous times, that he will serve a short period of time in prison and then be sectioned, because he's obviously insane, then be sectioned out into Broadmoor. That's what or Rampton. I think he'll go to Broadmoor myself. So that's today's Tales from the Jails. Do please like and subscribe, and leave your comments down below if you will. That's a song ringer, folks. And despite the fact that it's very, strange day with that shithouse getting 52 years. I hope he rots in there myself. Song Dinger, I'm going to sing you a song now. This might cheer you up a little bit. Might scare you off. We'll see anyway. Years ago, I'll tell you a little story before I start. This is a song by the Animals, by the way, The House of the Rising Sun. I'm going to do that. Around about 1965, I was in Manchester, and at the time, some young women thought that I was Eric Burdon. And I obviously wasn't Eric Burdon. And so I said, no, I'm not Eric Burdon. Oh, yes, you are. We recognise you. We've seen you on Top of the Pop. I thought, and these girls, they're only about 15 or 16, about half a dozen of them, tried to grab hold of me. And I was in Deansgate in Manchester. I thought, sod this. So I started running down Deansgate with all these little girls chasing me. Eric Burdon! Yeah. So yeah, strange world, eh? Anyway, here we go. This is my version of the Animals' version of House of the Rising Sun. So if you don't like the sound, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and then beat a hasty retreat. And if you do like it, I'll see you on the sick parade tomorrow morning. I've got some Largactyl just waiting for you. Are you ready? There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. Dear God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor. She sold my new blue jeans. My father was a gambling man down in New Orleans. Now the only thing a gambler needs is a suitcase and a trunk. And the only time he's satisfied is when he's on a drunk. Oh, mother, tell your children not to do what I have done. Spend your life in sin and misery in the house of the rising sun. Well, I got one foot on the platform, the other foot on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. Well, there is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. There you go. House of the Rising Sun. The sun won't rise tomorrow, and when it hears that, Tales from the Jails.